from Universal Studios Hollywood. Welcome to Home and Family.
All right, and family, not a new family member, an actual family member is back with us. Sandra Lee is here, and she's going to show us how to take, like, things that grow on your body mysteriously. They're called spots.
Spots? Are they new ones?
There are just spots that come at any age.
Right. Really?
At any age, yes. There are spots that come at any age.
We like to call them age spots. I like to call them wisdom spots.
And I won't, but they're just spots that grow on your. Okay, they come at any age.
They do.
Okay, so doctor, what are you going to do? And she's actually going to remove some mysterious spots that grew overnight on me.
Really?
Yes. So we're going to go through that. So doctor,
so you're getting rid of me? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
you're getting rid of me.
Right.
We're going to talk about age spots in general, and we're going to talk about I'm going to give you all the information about them, what they are, why we get them, how we can prevent them, and best of all, I'm going to do the best treatments for them, okay? And one of them is actually this neat laser here that I'm actually going to do, and I'm going to treat your skin with them. I'm going to treat the tops of your hands. And I was able to decorate. I made a little home and family. I'm crafty myself, and I promise, Christine, I won't put home and family on your hand.
Yes.
I have that on my lower back. It's a tramp stamp of home and family.
Wait,
they spelled it wrong.
Oh.
They didn't.
What did you do? You stop that.
Get one over
no,
on me.
stop
you
that.
Get one
no. Okay.
Anyway, it's good to have you here. Good to have you here. All right, so we want to get our lives not only, you want to get rid of those, what do you call them?
Spots.
What kind?
They're like brown spots.
This is so good.
Yeah, you don't like clams.
So good. Yes, it's delicious. Well, I was eating over there.
And every clam opened, the ones that we put in, they all opened.
We didn't kill you with
No.
Good, okay.
Welcome back to the show.
All right, you're going to finish eating that. And, well, we've all seen them, those dreaded age spots. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it.
Woody!
There they are, right there. Look at that. I normally wear tons and tons of makeup on my hands, so our audience can't see my spots. But as you can see, they're pretty severe from years and years and years, and lots of children, diapers, doing dishes.
Lots of happiness.
Lots of happiness, and so, you know.
Adventure.
Yeah, adventure.
I mean, these
oh,
are
hi,
called...
doctor, welcome. Dr. Sandra Lee. Yes, this is a woman.
Help is just to you.
Yes, Dr. Sandra Lee is back with us. She's our family member, and she has volunteered to help me get rid of my brown spots.
And I want to tell you, we don't call these age spots in my office.
What do you call them?
We call them wisdom spots.
Wisdom. I'm
because
so full of wisdom.
The wiser we get, yes. So, you know, I think that's a more gentle way. But there are terrible names for these. People call them liver spots. They call them barnacles.
Barnacles?
Yes.
Oh, that's even worse.
The medical term is a solar lentigo, okay? Solar lentigenes.
What causes
this? From the sun. They're from chronic exposure to the sun. And you know, unless you're a nudist, maybe there's someone in the group, so they might have these spots on their tush. But, you know, most of us have them on sun-exposed areas, right?
Dry
arms, yes, and that's why there's some people who wear their gloves, long sleeves, their big visors, and that's because they're trying to protect themselves from getting these.
It must
they're
be
very common.
Because I never go in the sun, ever.
Well, you know what? They're due to chronic exposure, and they're really due to the sun you had back when you were a teenager, when you were a youngster. So if you really want to help prevent them, that's when you want to start. Your daughters, your kids, you want them to really put their sunscreen on and protect their hands.
But other than sort of being an eyesore, are they bad for us?
No, they are not. They are not bad. They are not life-threatening. They're not concerning. But the problem is that they do look a lot like other more concerning conditions. I think we have a picture of one actually, where there's a photo side by side. So on the left side there, you have an age spot, which looks a lot like a melanoma. Now, a melanoma is like the most life-threatening kind of skin cancer. You know, we've all heard about it in the news. We know it's from sun exposure, and there's differences to them. And you know, maybe the untrained eye, you get kind of concerned, and you need a dermatologist to check them out. Certainly, if you're concerned. But you know, you want to look for certain things. If they're irregular looking, if there are multiple colors, if their border is really like maybe jagged, those are all potentially bad signs. If they're really big, we like to say the head bigger than the head of a pencil eraser. If they're changing over time.
This one I don't like.
Yeah, that one's a little more. That's a little more raised up.
And it's raised. I'm going to die, aren't I?
They become
bad news.
Barnacles. Yeah, no,
Sorry.
you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
This is terrible.
And we're gonna try all these different treatments actually.
Okay.
Here. Some
Which
of
are
the
what?
best treatments
Yeah,
that are
what
out there.
Yes.
So the first thing we're gonna talk about is creams, and these are around available over the counter. There are prescription levels that are stronger. What you really want to look for is an ingredient called hydroquinone, and we use 4% hydroquinone in our prescription varieties. And you can go higher, but I really caution people not to, because actually, if you go to 6% or 8%, you can actually get the opposite effect, where you
Which is
turn
what?
darker
Oh.
in the
It
It makes you
area.
photosensitive.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. That doesn't make you photosensitive. Actually,
right.
technically, it's the retin A. Sometimes you can add a retinoid to it too, which increases the penetrance maybe of the hydroquinone. And I know some people though are leery about putting things on
I
their
am.
skin.
Yeah.
I think maybe there's a chance it could be dangerous if you spread it all over your body or bathe in it. And I always, I joke to people, don't put it on your toast and eat it. You don't want to use it as toothpaste. So certainly, if you're ingesting something, you have a higher risk of it affecting you systemically.
Well,
than something
I'm
you're putting on your
concerned
skin.
about that.
Yeah,
I
some
opt
people
not
are.
to do that because there are a lot of chemicals in there, and I
Right.
don't want it to go into my
Right.
body. So
And I respect that. I
yeah,
understand
so
that.
I
And
opt out of that one.
And this isn't like the be-all, end-all either.
Yes,
It's really
okay.
not that amazing of a topical. But you know what? It works well with other products. That's the nice thing.
This is like a
is
blowtorch.
our bread
What is
and
this
butter.
thing?
It is kind of like a blowtorch.
But
You've
is
never
that-
seen this? You've never had a wart or anything like that when you were a kid or your kids?
No,
This is liquid nitrogen.
Gee. Careful, careful.
It's
Stand back.
liquid
I'll
nitrogen.
protect you, Mark. I'll protect you.
This is what we use in the dermatologist's office all the time for warts and for pre-cancers. But we can actually focus the beam and induce frostbite in a local area.
Well, you did.
So
Well, let me show first.
yes,
You did this
I did
morning
that
for me,
earlier.
and it was really. It wasn't as big as this, but she
Right.
burned this off. This is going to turn into a scab and eventually fall
It'll
off. But
fall off
she
in about a week.
and it was smaller. Yeah, so I have to. We'll probably put topical.
Right,
something.
and now can I treat a couple of other ones so
Yeah,
that we
there-
know that,
yeah.
that people won't
Yeah.
scream when we do this? You can see I focused the beam here.
And how are you feeling? How are you feeling?
She's
Give us a
okay.
blood
She
sugar.
might,
It's-
she might need a massage. That might help.
A little
Something
stingy.
like
Like,
that.
I need chocolate?
It does sting, and it will make them turn a little bit red and darker. And so, I treated a gentleman a couple years back, and I treated about 20 on his face. And right as I was finishing, he said, "Well, are these going to look okay in a couple days when I give my daughter away at her wedding?" And I just
No, not a couple days.
yeah, no, it takes a week,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
really
yeah.
need
So-
to do it and not. So now I ask
And what?
everybody.
How
for sure.
expensive are we talking for this?
This is not going to be very expensive either. The creams are probably like in the $70 range to the $100 range. This is probably more in a $100 range, depending on how many you do. I mean, if you've got hundreds and it takes the doctor a lot of time to do that, it's going to cost
But
more.
is that all
The
she'll
nice
need is the
thing-
one treatment?
Yeah.
Yes, this is potentially just one treatment. The nice thing about this is that it can be covered by insurance. So
Oh,
it's a
it
good
is.
thing.
All right.
So,
Super.
That's
Okay.
a nice thing to ask even your general practitioner. So we are going to talk about two other treatments
Right.
which are
Yeah.
stepping up in the price range, but we really want to prep your skin. I want to get you ready for them because
So
Okay.
we'll do, yeah, so
But
we'll
then-
jump away.
Yeah.
We'll step away for a
But then-
commercial when we come back.
Okay.
We're going to deal with
Ready?
the...
Yeah, no,
Okay.
but then I want to ask her how to take care of it after you've had the treatment. How
yes.
important
Yeah.
is the aftercare?
Absolutely. We're going to deal with all of that.
I'm
when
getting
we
rid of my
come
spot.
back.
Goodbye, Spot.
All right.
And one-
On spots. Okay, we are back with Dr. Sandra Lee, and she's showing us the best ways to get rid of those
Brown
dreaded
spots?
brown
Right.
age spots.
Oh, Mark.
So we're talking about chemical peels now, right? We've all, many of us women have heard of chemical peels. We've had them. We've had them at the spa. Really, when you do an esthetician level peel, it's a much lower peel. It's a superficial peel. Sometimes there's no downtime at all. But you can jump. You can really like increase the level.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, this is actually somebody who had the same kind of peel on her face that we were doing on your hand.
Wow.
So I brought
What's
different
the
kinds.
time in the between, though, before and after?
I think healing, it takes about a week. No, it's probably a couple weeks afterwards. So this is salicylic acid. There's just different, these are the three main types of peels that we'll see. Salicylic acid, which is one that the esthetician can use at low levels as well. It's really great for treating acne because it can really go down into the oil gland and help prevent acne. Glycolics, you guys know what glycolics are.
Glycolic
We
acid,
know,
yeah.
we've been treated by estheticians with that. Today we're using a TCA, which is trichloroacetic acid. This actually at a higher level can do a medium depth peel. Medium though means that there's some downtime involved. There's going to be about a week downtime where you're going to be peeling here.
Okay.
And I applied it during the break because we have to give it a little while to do what we call frost. You can see it's starting to turn a little bit
I see
white,
it,
and
yeah.
we kind of want it to more connect. And she's going to be real red underneath, but the white
I can
will
see
be
that,
more
yeah.
noticeable. And then what'll happen is over the next week it'll kind of peel off, and we want that a superficial layer to peel off, by the way, which is where this pigment is. This pigment is sitting in the epidermis, which is the most superficial layer of the skin. And what happens is over time, you know, melanin accumulates when we go on the sun and we get a tan, right?
Yeah.
But as we get wiser, melanin tends to more clump and stay there, and it doesn't fade when our tan fades.
Boy, you
That's
are
why we kind
wise.
of get these brown spots.
I'm so smart.
You are such a
Did you know I
wise
was so
woman,
smart?
isn't she?
Did you know?
And how bad is it? Is it bad? Does it hurt?
No, it's a little
stingy,
tingy. It's a little stingy.
Dr.
but
Lee, is this? Go ahead.
Sorry.
Give your feedback on the question.
I just wanted to know the downtime. Can I still wash my hair, or do I have to cover my hands with gloves when I do that?
No, you can wash your hair, and you can just let the water run over it. You don't have to scrub your hands, and then you're just going to put a light coat of antibiotic ointment or Vaseline on it, just to keep it really. If it wants to scab, which it won't, it just wants to peel off. But you don't want it to get really hard. You want it to peel off naturally. No, you never want to pull off because you can pull something off early. Imagine if you have a scab and you pick it off early and you pull off the skin.
That was my terrible habit as a child.
Yeah, and then that increases your chance of scarring.
Deal.
But it's
It's
not
fun,
going to be
though,
like
isn't
that.
it?
It's more superficial. Now, this hand, you get to do one of the fancy new lasers that are out. This is a fractionated CO2 laser. This is called a Mix-2 laser, and these are fantastic lasers. They're really the traditional ones were these ablative lasers that were not fractionated, and they're used really to effectively treat wrinkles on the face, acne scars, pigmentation, all different types of things. So the nice thing about these fractionated lasers, and I can even show you, there's a nice before and after of somebody who was treated with that and a little liquid nitrogen. Now this was just one treatment. There are multiple treatments that are needed on the hands because if you cannot be very aggressive with them, and they have a tendency more to scar than if you were to treat your face. You can actually be more aggressive on your face and treat them.
Is this results permanent?
Yeah, yes,
is.
they're permanent, but you know, the wiser we get, the more we can develop them again. I mean, it's not like all of a
I
sudden you're
can't
frozen
take any
in
more
time,
smartness. I
right?
can't get any more
smarter than you are.
I'm gonna bring
Just
my-
stay that way.
Yes.
Don't
I'm as
learn
smart as
yourself
I ever want to be. Do it. Okay.
Come on out, Christy.
All right.
Christy's my assistant. She comes with my laser here.
Hey, welcome.
And so she's going to show us what we're doing here
What
with
does
this
fractionated
laser.
mean?
Fractionated means we're treating a fraction of the skin. Let me show you on this eggplant that I actually used. You see, this is when we actually do the traditional kind of laser where we're treating the entire surface of the eggplant right here. But here it's fractionated. See how it's a little dots?
Yes.
Because we treated a fraction of the skin surface instead. So on my arm, I treated myself, and you can see I'm only treating 40% of the skin surface right here instead of the full surface. And the reason that that's great is that means it's less uncomfortable, you know, it's not as painful. And so we can do it with you just standing here and we can talk about it instead of me having to knock you out.
Okay.
For this, okay?
People have to be knocked out for this?
Well, if we do it at a high level
Can
on
we
their
do that
face,
anyway?
yes.
Just knock her out?
Well, that's
do
up
that?
to you.
Hey,
You
don't
can
talk
if you
about
like.
next week you're doing a colonoscopy live on the air. You said you would. We have to knock you out for
Oh,
that.
right. And I can do it. I'll just have to watch it on YouTube.
You are a giver.
No problem. I got a license.
Oh, is it working right
Yeah,
now?
I'm going to do it right now. Okay,
Yes,
ready?
right.
Ready? I'm going to do one right here. It's a little pinchy, but not bad. You're just in shock, right?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
No.
Okay. Everybody got real quiet.
We've got
know,
right.
just
Well,
to
we
watch
want to hear the little beep.
You can see that it's treating.
Sounds like a video game,
Yeah,
Christina.
it's treating.
Yeah, it feels like a video game too,
Does it?
Mark. Yes.
But you know what?
It's
the
not
stinging
bad.
goes away in like
In a
20,
second.
15
It's
minutes.
the- yeah.
Well, I mean, it'll sting right afterwards. You feel it.
It's
but
not
then
too
it
bad.
goes
It was
away.
the first one that was a little shocking.
So now you're.
By surprise,
Yeah.
yes.
Now I'm
Now
okay.
to
we're
the
gonna treat your
face, if
whole
you were to do
skin.
this on your face, or is this just
Yeah,
for
oh
hand?
yeah, when we treat on the face, we can be very aggressive too. You
Yeah.
have to be to penetrate some of the deeper
Sure.
lines and
Which
wrinkles.
is a more durable skin, face or hand.
It's interesting. You would
Well, it's
think that maybe
thin.
your face would be more sensitive, but we can actually be much more aggressive on the face with these devices than your neck even.
Sure.
The neck has a higher chance of scarring, and the hands. That's why we
Well,
have
it's
to
very
treat this
thin.
multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
and maybe your face just once.
We have to
Okay.
do this multiple
Yeah.
times?
Yeah,
Well,
you're going to
you
actually
might-
do this through the
yeah.
commercial. And,
Okay. Right.
Yeah. And
All right.
by the way, if you're interested in more information on this, you can visit Dr. Lee's website, which is SkinPS. Is that right?
Yes,
SkinPS.com. You guys are going to continue working on this.
sure, we are.
I'm going to.
Please.
All right, Christina, how you doing over there, honey?
Oh, yeah, it's actually okay.
Christina, hi, yeah.
Hi, yes.
Just checking
hi.
in on you. How's it feeling?
It's fine. I'm really excited about this. It's
Are you?
amazing.
I would
Both
hope so.
treatments are quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy.
Skinny
You feel
pimple.
smarter?
I feel so smart now that
you?
And younger,
I'm
right?
Mensa. I'm Mensa. That's what I am.
Mensa and
Mensa
Mensa.
smart.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to duck in the kitchen here while you're doing that. Our family is back at the counter enjoying what's going to be cupcakes here in a minute. How are they doing?
The hands?
Yeah.
Yes, they're a little swollen right now, but we've taken a lot of.
So that's
the-
Vaseline to make it shiny. on the
shiny
top,
right now. But I can see that a lot of the spots are gone. The ones that you see here are the ones that were frozen. But I'm very excited. All of this will fall away
And then when will it be perfect?
in about 2 weeks.
Oh, so then you'll be ready to make your gift.
Yeah, well, in 3 weeks
Boxes.
we're going to be having our baby shower
Yeah.
for Roseanne and for Natalie, and we're all excited. We're going to do this
We're
kind
gonna
of thing
take
for
that
them
idea
because we
and run with it.
absolutely love it. I think this is genius. Shiny.
There, look at there.
Oh,
there
please,
you
let's
are.
not do that. Let's move on. You guys.
By the way, I failed to mention that Leonard has his own show on Reel's channel called Malton on Movies, and he's going to be reviewing this again, just because. Go out and buy his book on Amazon.com. It's a great reference guide. By the way, misspoke. It's
AdoptMeRescue.org.
not .com. So make sure you
very
go out and
important.
get these little cute guys.
And that's Linda,
Thank
and
you so
this
much.
is
We have the
Charlotte.
balloon hat over here, right?
This is inspired by go-go dancing and wisdom.
See you tomorrow. Your daughter is cooking for us.
Yeah, Alex will be here tomorrow.
We have a 10-year-old painting prodigy, Autumn DeForest, here, and actress Mercedes Renard from the Hallmark movie called Meddling Mom.